tell you, so just bear with me 2 seconds. So I just explain this as best as I can. So basically, what happened today? So basically, I was walking along. I was doing my usual thing on my usual patrol. I was just lifting bits and bobs, bits of your cans, fag butts, things, usual stuff. And this member of the public comes along and asked me to come over to him for a second. And I was like, right, okay. I didn't know what it was about because he didn't explain. First of all, I was like, what could it be about, and everything like that. And he was like, so have a look at this video here. And I had a look, and it was a dash cam. You know the way you have a dash cam in the front of a car. Right, so listen to this. So he was coming down the road. He was coming down the back road, right? And he happened to come across these two young lads. So listen to this. They happened to throw Lucas a back, and you might say this is not the biggest offence in the country. And you're right in saying that, but it's just the disrespect. Again, this is, I get into that in a second. But again, they done it right in front of the camera, and I don't know, did they see the camera in front of his car, in his dash cam. But again, the disrespect, and again, just showed that they didn't care, because they obviously seen the car, and they obviously heard the car behind them. And they obviously didn't care, because the majority of people who do this, they don't think anybody would challenge them, would say to them, you'll lift that up, because the majority of people just drive by and say nothing, which is the wrong thing. You should challenge these people, because it's your taxes to have to pay for the clean up this rubbish or anything like that. And it's just disrespectful, and it's just a bit of manners, because again, that's all. We're not here, in the local authorities, we're not here to teach people manners. That should be learned at home, and that's the simple start. And just goes to show you that they wouldn't do it in their house. And I might as well say straight, these people, I know these two people, lads, I don't know them personally, but I know these two lads by looking at them, they wouldn't do it at their own house. And I say their parents are so strict. Because again, these lads are about over 18, just about over, I say 30. So yeah, and basically this young member of the public was like to the lads, please just pick it up, please pick it up, would you mind picking that, would you mind picking it up? Because it was hard, I heard it. And there were spots, again, this is what kind of set me into a tangent, I suppose, a bit of a rage about it, because this member of the public did the right thing and saying to the people, go and pick that up. But they told him to fuck off. And and he said, I'm not tolerating that, and he went off looking for me. And he found me. So I went ahead and I asked him whereabouts, and I could tell whereabouts it was, but whereabouts did he last see them going? And I went down and I got them, and I went and got them. And this is just the disrespect. Because again, I said to the lads, so I basically introduced myself first, and they kind of just said, well, what do you hear about? What do you want? In a very ignorant manner. And I said, are you responsible? And I was being very decent with them. So and I said about the throwing bottles, and they said, what's it to you? And after that, I kind of just got very tick with them, and very annoyed with them, and it's very hard to get me very annoyed sometimes, but it's just the disrespect into a member of the public who was doing the right thing, and then the disrespect to a member who was challenging them to go back up and to ask them why they threw it there and everything like that. So first of all, I let them just gab on abuse for a few minutes, because literally it was full on abuse for about a minute, and then I just said to them, right, go up the road, lift the stuff immediately. And they kind of sniggered and laughed for a few minutes, because again, I think they were sniggering and laughing anyway, and they thought it was a big joke. And I made them go up. I said, if you don't go up, I have you arrested under the Public Order Act, which I wasn't going to get the lads arrested. But I was just saying that because again, they were disturbing the peace, and it was out in the middle of nowhere. But you get what I'm saying, they were disturbing the peace. Because again, with the abuse too, you could get them on. But I just made them go up the road. I made them go up and lift the two things and put it into their pocket. And I made them, they threw it into a hedge, and I made them reach into the hedge to grab it, to take it out and lift it out. A lot, like under the breath all the time. I'm sure I marched them. I literally marched them up the road. I was behind them, and the two of them went front to me. Literally the muttering under the breath. Like I never seen such bad manners. And I might as well tell you straight. And I seen bad manners in my time, but bad manners is an understatement. But I say to members of the public, don't do what I did, because again, you never know when these people could turn around with a machete, with a knife. God forbid if they did. I have nothing to protect myself. I might as well say straight. Having fists. That's all. I've nothing. Because again, I didn't take. I didn't take because I was outnumbered. There was obviously two of them, and 2-on-1 is not a good match. But that's what I said to members of the public. That person did the right thing and saying to the person, pick that up. And he had the video with evidence and all. And they did pick it up in the end. They did, bring it back. And obviously, I instructed them to leave the area after that, and to go back, to wherever they came from, and that's as simple as that. Because I don't know where they were from or anything like that. I never seen them before, and I don't want to see them again. I took their names before the wet, but just so I remember them if I ever come across them again. But again, this is the thing. You have to, these people that do this, you have to be fierce with them. You have to be harsh with them. Because, I was being decent. I was being decent with them. I said, I was being very friendly and forceful with them. But again, you can only be so good. You can only be so good to people, and you can only push the boundaries so much. And again, they really pulled my trigger today. Because again, it's all about the small bit. Again, with me, it's a small bit of manners and a small bit of respect. And that's all I asked. That's all I asked. If they went straight away, if I went up to them and said, just please go up and lift them up. I would say I'm not going to even annoy you anymore. If you went up and lifted them up and I seen you lifting them and putting them back into your pocket, I just say we forget all about it. We never see it again. I forget all of, like I often done that in the past. I've seen people, little, and I often have hold people to account. Many times actually, for a little one. And I said to them, pick it up. And you know what they do? Pick it up. They comply and they say, yes, I will pick it up. They apologise. And again, as I say to them, I don't want to have to issue with your €150 fine. And I don't want to. As simple as that, I don't want to go around fining people for things. But it's just, again, a bit of common courtesy, a bit of decency, and there's a bit of respect. Above anything else, it's a small bit of respect for your environment and for your country. Because again, you wouldn't do it in your house, and might as well say straight. But again, one of many stories I have to tell on the roads, the time on the roads. But I have to say, at least I was pretty decent enough with them. Apart from moaning at them at some stages. But, because again, they really twisted my arm and might as well say straight. But it's just, again, to do with me, if you ever come across me in the road, a small bit of respect, a small bit of manners, and you get on fine with me. You really would get on fine with me. But it's just because they showed utter disrespect. So, yeah, just saying to people, just put your litter into the bins, bring it home with you. It's not a big ask. It's not a rocket science. Just, do the right thing. That's all I'm asking people to do. Don't cause hassle for yourself. Don't cause hassle for anybody else. It's a tough time for people. We have families. We have things to worry about. As members of any local authority, we have things to do. We have a job to do. We have a job to do for our county and for our country. And we don't have time to be going running after people for this, that, and the other. So do the right thing for yourself and for your country. Thank you.